Detector Talk of the day, November the 5th, 1949. There's my little laboratory, boys. You see that? Alright, for you HF2 Coil users out there wanting to select dig ringed shaped enclosure style objects, lower to bit conductor. If you'll notice in most of these videos I've showed, I start out in the 29 kilohertz band channel 0. Is that necessarily the smartest thing to do in a site with modern trash looking for gold rings? Nope. You see, a gold ring is in all likelihood going to read 4+ points higher, the 89 kilohertz channel 6 versus the 29 kilohertz channel 0. So in a modern trash site, how many smaller platinum pewter gold rings, for example, are going to read under 40 in 89 kilohertz band channel 6? You see where I'm going with this? If you choose to use the 89 kilohertz channel 6 band, you're buying yourself about 4 points of ID. Hence, you would have to listen to less lower conductive trash in a site. And naturally, you would be going backwards checking the target. Back to the 29 kilohertz band channel 0 to do your verification before you decide to dig or not. Now, I showed a competitor's unit in a previous video. Now, think about that machine. You have to go in there with that machine and you have to run that disc higher. Or lower, I mean. You'd have to run it lower to hear some of the same targets. But they could turn out to be garbage, but you have no way of knowing on a lot of them. Ring enclosures versus foil versus can slaw. And some other stuff. Even small pieces of lead. Or a piece of lead that is flattened out. So you can use that DS2 like that. Maybe you want to go into a modern trash site with that machine with a disket from 12 to about 39 or 40. Check whatever comes over the notch. Reading, you know, low to mid range for conductivity. Now, disclaimer here. I wish I had a couple, 2 or 3 small lower reporting ID Manicore HF2 Coil rings, but I don't have them. I would also say this, and I don't know the answer to this question, but some of these HF2 Coil owners, they'll know the answer to this because they probably have some low reading gold rings, maybe even platinum. It may not be out of the question that if you do use the 89 kilohertz channel 6 to detect with, some of these smaller rings may yield weaker signal when you transition to 29 kilohertz channel 0. I don't know. I don't have one, or I'd show it to you. Or 2 or 3 of them. Okay? You know, trash with a metal detector looking for gold rings has been a real problem over the years, you know? You might not have to dig so much bullshit with that HF2 coil. And you might hoist out some rings. Alright? I just thought I would talk about this a little bit because I have been showing that coil going, you know, basically declaring using the 29 kilohertz band channel 0 as your hunt program. Well, that may not be the smartest move. I've got a site about 8 miles from me. Using the 89 kilohertz band might be the smartest move, and I may get over there today. But I gotta wait a while because I got some medical issues in my family with lots of radiation going on, boys and girls. So if I go over there, we may run it that way with maybe a notching 12 to maybe 42. Check a few targets, get it on camera, maybe do a few verification digs, I'll call them. If I get over there, I can't promise yet. Wind here's building. I ain't gonna play with this rifle of mine with this wind blowing like this. I played with it a little bit yesterday. The old hick from the sticks. I hope everybody has a nice day.